So today the Labour Party have decided to release 1,700 prisoners back out into the open, into the public realm. Was this a good idea? I'm not too sure, because some of the people they've let out are some pretty dodgy characters, it's fair to say. It's not just people who have stole a few sweeties from the local sweet shop. It's some pretty scary people, and I'll show you a couple of examples of those kind of people in a moment. But one of the big issues here is that the victims of crime have not all been told that the criminal that committed a crime against them is being released. So you've got some people sat at home, worried, terrified, unknowing as to whether the person that traumatized them, that abused them, that committed crimes against them, whether they're going to be let back into their communities, whether they could possibly commit those crimes against them again, or whether they could commit those crimes again against some other poor innocent person who doesn't deserve it and doesn't deserve that kind of trauma and stress in their lives. So just look at this article. Hundreds of crime victims not told of perpetrators' early release. This is just unacceptable. This is poor management and just completely inconsiderate. Now, as I said, the people being let out, they're not all just people with really low-level crimes that don't really matter that much. It's not just, a few people that didn't pay their taxes or sped on the motorway. Oh, no. Have a look at these guys. Starmer's shame as thug who blinded and paralysed a baby and a schoolboy's killer are freed under his early release scheme, leaving victims' families in tears. This is just unbelievable that these are the kind of people being let out of prison. But the Labour Party, they beg for our sympathy because they say they have no choice. This is because the Conservatives failed to build more prisons. And that's true. The Conservatives did fail to build more prisons. They also failed to maintain prisons. I mean, Wandsworth Prison apparently is just basically crumbling and hasn't been given the maintenance that it needs. So I sympathise with them slightly. However, I'm not going to let them off the hook. Why? Because they're letting out people like this, people who blind and paralyse babies, and people who kill schoolboys. They're letting them out so that they can make space for people who write posts on Facebook. You cannot justify this whilst you are giving people long sentences in prison for just expressing their views on Facebook. You may not think that what they wrote on Facebook was very nice, but to suggest that that is worse than blinding and paralysing a baby or murdering a school child, I'm sorry, but you live on another planet. And this video, which was put up by, this is fake, this is by a comedian on Twitter, but I think it just sums up the situation beautifully.
Just released me early, your boy's out, I'm free at last. Hey, look, yes. Hey, apparently there's been like a mad influx of OAPs posting like hurty words and naughty memes on Facebook, so they get themselves nicked so they don't freeze to death over the winter, so they're getting in there to get warm, Now Keir Starmer's killing them off by taking away their winter fuel allowance. Luckily, I'm one of the 1,700 prisoners being released early today, I was doing 5 years for an armed robbery, nothing serious, just popped into HSBC with a little sawn-off shotgun, bosh, done the security guard, nicked a bit of dough. I ain't gonna lie though, I'm gonna miss Wandsworth Prison. It's one of the best ones, you pay a bit of money, prison guards suck you off on that. You must have seen my videos, yeah? You don't know. Hey, listen, I'm happy to do my bit. If it helps an elderly person taking my cell, if it saves a granny, this winter I'm all for it, Big up Keir Starmer. Love that. Love you, man. Now listen, I need to get a bit of dough. Anyone know where the nearest HSBC is and that?
Absolutely brilliant. I mean, that just sums out perfectly how ridiculous this situation is, that we are locking up people for posting stuff on Facebook whilst letting out some horrendous, violent offenders. Just absolutely bonkers, Better to laugh than cry, as they say. So well done to this comedian for making this video. But I mean, jokes aside, that guy there was celebrating in his jokey video, but in reality, the people coming out of Wandsworth Prison, they are celebrating and having a bit of a party outside. There's this video that Charlie Peters got outside of Wandsworth Prison. Take a look. There they are, they've got the champagne out, they're celebrating. All excited to be let out of prison, huh? Ready to go commit more crimes. Absolutely bonkers, and apparently one of the people who was let out there, the first thing they did when they went out was started smoking joints outside, breaking the law already just after they've been let out of prison. I mean, absolutely bonkers that we are letting these people out whilst putting in people who've written posts on Facebook. Absolutely obscene. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you give Starmer some slack for doing this because the Tories did not bother to maintain the prisons and build more of them? Or do you think this is absolutely bonkers? I'm Chloe Dobbs. Make sure you're subscribed to our channel and you press the notification bell so you don't miss any more videos. I'll see you in the next one.